And once again, I left the mic off. God. Well, I guess that's fine because I did not actually get the brief. Well, what can you do? I'm a numpty. So let's do this. All right, everybody, welcome to week 2, day 10 of Grepolis. Is it day 10 or is it day 9? Technically, it's day 10. And we are trying to get some more cities. There's been a lot of... Today was a busy day in the world of Grepolis. Oh my god, that looks terrible. It's not even following me. Great. Can I do that? Why is the stream health so low? I'm plugged in. What else is running? Nothing else is running. Hello. Alright. Giving me green. Hopefully everything's coming through a little bit clear. Unfortunately, it was really choppy before. But now that I've restarted it, it looks like it's coming through a little bit better. Okay, so we are talking about Grepolis week 2. Hold on, let me start this highlight. Jesus. All right, and welcome to Grepolis week 2, day 10. We are looking at our city right now. We didn't do too much building city-wise. God damn it. Okay. Let's hope that this time around it's a little bit better. I had to turn down some of the video settings. Just hopefully that'll help our stream be a little bit healthier. Maybe there's a little too much traffic on my Wi-Fi. Children, wife, all whatnot. Okay. Let's do that. What is this? Oh, okay, because of how long it's been going. Alright. So let's take a look here at our city. Our Senate is at 24, so that's as max as pretty much we want to get that. Warehouse 21, Farm 25. Everything's at 16 here, 20 on the harbor. Haven't really touched any of this other stuff. We have been busy building Army and Navy today. I have 2 colony ships built, and both of them are out. Okay, and so we built up our navy, and we built a little bit of our navy, and we built some army troops. Last night's siege was broken in the middle of the night. It was actually a pretty close battle. I got around 600 battle points. Now he got around the same, but that's only because there was a colony ship involved, which is a lot of battle points if you do sink one. So, you know, what can you do? I see that the stream is running very poorly. I'm not sure what is going on tonight. I think it's because everybody's on the Wi-Fi. So, and I'm not even on the Wi-Fi. I'm hardlined, which so I shouldn't be affected, but unfortunately it seems like I am. And you know, it's telling me I'm not dropping any frames, so there's not much else that I can do at this point. I'm gonna just continue. I'm just gonna chug along, and hopefully you guys can pick up what I am saying. So, you know, our army's really weak right now, but as you can see, we don't have a lot of free population space. I do have a siege going on right here. I sent very little, and as a matter of fact, I need to recall those couple of LSs so that they don't get caught, just in case. There are no troop movements from there, so that is a plus. Let's go ahead and recall those LS. I totally missed that earlier. And we want to do a partial. The LS, check mark, boom. They're on their way home. That way they don't get caught there because they're completely useless in defending. The kiddo is out of the picture here. And then we have another colony ship on its way to another, essentially, ghost city. So that's this CS is going to land soon. You know, if it gets attacked, it gets attacked. My thought process here is I've actually got, I will have 4 slots in a second. In 2 hours, I'll have 4 city slots, and I only have the 1 city. So I really need to pump out even another CS and get that launched so that I can get those 4 cities. It looks like maybe the video, the webcam, is what is killing this, which sucks. Alright, I'm going to turn it off and see what happens. So the mic's still on, so that you guys just pay attention to the mouse, and I do apologize. I think there's just too many people on even just a regular, going in and out of the house, even though it's FiOS. Okay. Diplomatically, we've had some major setbacks as an alliance. We're just gonna go ahead and let you guys take a look at it, and I will read it out loud. So as you can see here, first it got hidden. So obviously leadership doesn't even want to show it off. It's on the second page. It is the first thing on the second page, and it just says Brew Crew. It doesn't say anything else. So we'll open this up, and okay, here are the results of the talks that have been had with Brew Crew. Okay, leadership does not agree on calling off attacks due to you guys were target before any of our talks, and it is not being used as an act of intimidation. If you and other members would like to become members over here, get a list of people together and send it to me, and we can go from there. As it stands right now, that's the best we can do. Shaq. In other words, whatever, man, we're going to keep attacking you. If you want to come over, we'll take a look at who wants to come over, and we'll decide from there. So honestly, that is the worst offer that could have been made. Though, I mean, like, it's literally, meh, you guys are weak. We're going to overrun you anyways. And good luck. Feel free to join us if you really want to try. Whoever was negotiating this did a terrible job. Whoever was talking to them, pretty much, I don't even know. You couldn't even secure like 5 spots. Like, what if I could secure the best 5 people? Nothing. And then they put their own little thing here. I just left that. And so I'm totally lost. When I first wrote this, I was like, can you clarify your intentions? And maybe if Torrent could chime in, because he's the other big guy. And they're kind of like, I have given everyone the choice of whether to stay or to join Brew Crew. Torrent will add his thoughts, I'm sure. I want to stay. How long do we have to? So then I was like, how long do we have? Well, I guess until we succumb to their attacks. They want to know by Monday, and then Torrent has a nice big long response in which he pretty much says, well, we can go to Brew, we can try to get to with the bigger alliance, or we can stay as this alliance and see how long we last. How about the Steez? Hold on. And then people start talking and talking. Honestly, this alliance is done. From what I can see, there's nobody trying to clean up the the forums, so everything's getting lost. And what is this? This is new. Sir Knight is under attack. Yeah, there's sieges going on here. And now, okay, remember, that siege template that I showed you guys? Or not even template, the siege report where it shows all the incoming attacks and incoming supports and all that. Nobody's posted that. Nobody's even posted any of their attacks that have landed to attempt to break the siege. I have no idea what is going on with this. Oh, here, finally, somebody's slinger attack. Like, and then there's... That's nothing. That's gonna die. Finally, for the longest time, there wasn't anything here. So, with that said, it's kind of like, why nobody's communicating properly for this to really work. What if I shrink this? Because I don't need this open right now. Maybe that'll help because it's not displaying. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I can make the buffering slow down or be less. Stream options. Yeah, I have it for less viewer buffering. I'm sorry, guys. Trying here. It's just saying that it's not getting enough video information. So, it really, it's not looking good for us. So I'm just keeping on here. Keep doing what I'm going to do and try to pull out and get with another alliance. So with that said, right, he's like, oh, let me know if you want to go join that other alliance. But he didn't say that they were going to go join them. So why would I tell these other leaders who... I'm just going to turn the video back on because it's not helping. At least then you guys can see my mouth moving a little bit or something. So why would I tell somebody that I want to leave their alliance? Like, that makes no sense. Unless you said, hey, I can take 10 people, apply if you want to come with me over to the Brew Crew. That's a little different. And I can honestly say there's and I can honestly say there's probably only about 10 people in this alliance that should be moved over. So, with that said, I went ahead and tried to do some of my own diplomacy. Right here. Here you are. I speak for myself, or Muleman and myself. We are currently in Gods of Olympus and would like to take up your offer presented to our leadership. The offer being to join Brew Crew or one of the sister alliances. We are not positioned near the other members of the alliance as we are on the border of the oceans of 54 and 55. If you allow us to join, we strategically would help seal the southeastern rim. We are both active and have played in multiple worlds. Blah 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 blah. I did not contact you through the Gods of Olympus leadership because while I believe they intend on joining with you, I do not know their true intentions. And while anybody who has played through a world knows this game as much about diplomacy as it is about warfare. I hope to join you on the battlefield as an ally. Me puppet. Let's see what happens. Now he's read this message. That's what that right there means. Is that he's read it. You can see Muleman's is unread, and then Mobad's has been answered with that little green arrow that's underneath. Sorry guys, I'm a little under the weather. So I'm waiting on a response. My opinion is that if I don't hear anything in 24 hours, especially because I know that he's read it, I'm going to shop myself to another alliance. The next best alliance would be either the Jackals or what is this? Hammer Down. Hammer Down is full, right? Well, they have one. You know, and the Jackals, they have one spot. And Jackals info. The Jackals also have one spot. It's tough. It's a tough call there. Personally, I think that Jackals would probably be better because, as we were looking at on that other map, they have a couple more islands than Hammer Down. You see, you get down over here. But Hammer Down's a little stronger, so it's kind of give and take, right? There's a nice little grouping of the Jackals right here, but then you look and Hammer Down is really colonized this island. 2,500 points. Yeah, there's a better way to do this, and that is to go like this. Pop in here. And what I assume is that they think that this is going to be their core island, so they have just grabbed up as many cities as they can. You can see these inactives all the way down here, 13 days. You know, these tiny cities are still here just because nobody's wanted to take them, whereas these other cities, they think this is going to be like a core island. So you try to get a couple of cities on there. That way they can't build a world wonder even way off into the future of the game. So we're gonna see, and they did the same thing to Brew Crew over here. I assume that they're trying to get in on these islands to prevent them from being able to make. See, they've almost got that island completely. This one too. That one they do have complete. Wow. There's still a couple of spots. They're just not open yet, but they will eventually, I think. So that's where we stand. Now, one thing, let's talk about heroes real quick. So Atlanta is that speed up hero. I did upgrade her so that we moved even faster. So now she's at level 6. She moves 16% faster. I did upgrade Andromeda so that we get 24% more production out of our city. As you can see, Andromeda is returning to Puppet. I did use Atlanta to get that colony ship over to Santiago even faster than normal with the speed boost. So that was one thing that I did. And while Atlanta was there, I unassigned her and reassigned, once we got to Santiago, I unassigned her and reassigned Andromeda. It took, I was maybe like 3 hours afterwards because I didn't think about it until that point. But it worked out just fine, right? Atlanta did her job. She got the colony ship there. She doesn't need to be there anymore. If somebody attacks that, they're going to break it. Like, I have no doubt about that. I'm hoping that I can fly underneath the radar for 12 hours. Speaking of that, we can take a look at it again, right? Oops, wrong thing. I'm gonna click on this one. Troops. Nothing's moving at it. And we can hope the same thing with Radiclans. That pretty much sums up what happened today. I'm hoping that in the morning when I wake up, I will have a second city, and then when I'm on my way to work, I'll have a third city and have a colony ship in my harbor to send to another island, which I'm thinking will be this island. I would really like. This guy is active. I would say active. He's a simmer. Um, for those of you who play the game and know what a simmer is, then you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't play this game or maybe are new to the game, you're referred to as simmer if you are building a city and you're not really participating. Draconis has not participated at all in anything, but that we see that he's coming on, so he's active, so I can't say that he's an inactive player and then I'm taking his city. But he is most definitely a simmer. He is not posted in any of the forums that I can see, and he still never responded to any of my messages. So even if he spoke a different language, you would respond back with, hi, or like I speak Russian, anything like that. Nothing. So he has no interest in playing with the team. He's just simming his way. I'm building my city. Okay, I'm logging in, doing my couple of clicks. All right, I'm all done. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, you go ahead and build up that city so that I can take it, because it's worth more to me than it is to you. Let's take a look at these rankings here. So obviously I'm falling in rankings simply because I can't get another city. If I had that other city, I would have definitely risen by a lot. You can see there's people with 2 cities that have the same score as me. So you can only imagine if I was able to get a second city, I'd be pretty well off. I'd probably be somewhere over here. Yeah, you see a lot of 2 city people. There's Muleman. He got his second city somewhere. Let's find out where he got his second city at. Alpha Goat. Let's go there. Go to. Oh, that's right. He launched all the way up here to try to get with our core group. Honestly, I even said to him, I was like, there's no point in doing that. You're going to have 2 separate city cores. You need to build up a nice strong core here. Here you go. Huh? You need to build up a nice, you know what, Netflix stopped, and look at this. It's a green stream. You need to build up a nice strong core down here, and then we can talk about moving up there. My thought was, all right, I get my 4 or 5 cities down here, and then I'll start building my way up this line, because, a natural line is going to form. Eventually somebody, the battle points will even out, and it's going to take you so many battle points to get to another city, or culture points, that, and the battling will even itself out, right? We're seeing a little line form here, and then a new line. Right, so, but unfortunately, I just don't see my alliance really holding their own. We lost a couple of cities, and then everybody lost their troops because they were trying to defend those cities. And then you saw the way they were posting, so I have no idea what's actually in the city, because the guy who's under attack isn't even on. Like, I understand what they're trying to do to defend those cities, but it's not really working out. And man, yeah, we would really be on the edge. We probably are better off joining the Jackals, but we'll see what happens. There's a nice little group of guys over here. We can shore up right here. Really does shore up their edge, which I was trying to tell them. See what happens. Ooh, who's light blue? Oh, is this Winter Wolves? I think I made them light blue. Yeah. Got a little island right there. And they've got a couple of cities over here too, but I have a feeling it looks like they might have lost one. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at. Hopefully when I talk to you guys tomorrow, we'll have 3 cities and a 4th one under siege. And this whole little 1/2/3 cities is 3 cities, 3/4, because we'll be hopefully conquering our 4th. It's part of Grepolis. So hold on. He did send it to me. I think it's in here in the defense feed. I got a random note from an old friend who didn't know he was attacking you until it was underway. He says sorry, he didn't know it was under siege. Hey bud, hate to say it, but I was farming for BP and ran across one of your guys' CS in the middle of taking a city. Sorry about that. Thanks for the 500 BP. And he posts a report. It's like, oh. Oh. Yeah, it was unintentional. Oh no, this is me posting the report. Yeah, it was unintentional. He didn't know you were there. He was trying to pass on his apology. So goes Grepo, and then me getting poked in the eye. Yeah, that's the way this game goes sometimes. Muleman did tell me that he had Byreams there supporting me, but that he had to pull them because he was under attack himself, and he needed them for his own defense. Totally understandable. Nothing you can do about that. Had they been there, it would have just been more fast attack ships sunk. But how many? I'm sorry, fast transport ships. But I still don't think it would have been enough to completely defend the city. It probably would have needed another. I would have needed another 20 at least. At least. Now, I remember it used to be. All right. Well, before we get into how things used to be and whatnot, we'll talk about that maybe some other time. Thanks for joining me for this briefing. It's been half an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it off. And this is where we are, and we'll see where we are tomorrow. Thanks for joining, and have a good night.